News 46 is brought to you by Dennis Hoff for Assembly District 36, a successful businessman who can't be bought, can't be intimidated, and won't sell you out. Paid for by friends of Dennis Hoff. News is also brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Perum's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a biker and a burro collide on the highway. A refrigerator explodes inside a home, and a candlelight vigil is held for an accident victim. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, October 10th, 2016. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A motorcycle rider was transported following a collision with a burro last night.
Last evening, dispatched a report of a injury motor vehicle accident with a motorcycle versus a burro on Highway 160. Originally, it was thought to be in the area of Bella Vista. However, our crews determined it was actually much further north. Closest cross street was Harris Farm Road.
And that's a pretty frequent area for burros to be crossing, huh?
It is, and we've had numerous reports recently of burro sightings in that area, including large numbers. So apparently this motorcycle was heading north on Highway 160 and encountered a burro crossing the roadway. There was an impact. The burro had sustained injuries consistent that it needed to be put down, and the biker was subsequently flown out by Mercier, who arrived at the scene.
All right, and the burro itself was put down by animal control or Nye County Sheriff?
It was a combination effort. They wanted to make sure that there was no pain associated with the actions that were required. So animal control took those necessary steps and did a great job with that. And then the animal was dispatched.
And so, like you said, the rider was airlifted to Las Vegas. Was he ejected from the bike at the time of the collision?
It's my understanding that the bike collided with the burro and then went into a slide, and the rider stayed with the bike until the conclusion of the slide, well off on the shoulder of the road.
And what's some advice that you have for people up in that area? Because that seems to be happening quite a bit.
You know, it's getting darker earlier, and burros are extremely difficult to see at night. There's not a lot of illumination in that particular area. There's no street lights. So just be extremely careful. Reduce your speeds. Don't overdrive your headlights. Use your high beams. Use every practical means. And I think speed control is probably the paramount, and don't be distracted while you're driving.
And that's an issue even for pedestrians at this time of year. Every time that we seem to have where it's getting darker earlier, people are still out walking around, walking from work, walking from the store. We got to make sure to look out for them.
Sure, and Halloween's around the corner, so it's a good thing to practice now before that event occurs, with a lot of kids and adults milling around the streets.
And one elderly female was transported over the weekend after a crash on Highway 160 near the Saddle West.
There was a two-vehicle accident on Highway 160 in front of the Saddle West Hotel Casino. Crews arrived on location. They completed a scene size-up risk assessment, found there was no additional scene hazards. They safely managed patient care of one of the occupants of the vehicle and transported that patient to the local hospital.
Is this a vehicle versus truck?
It's my understanding that's correct.
All right, and then just one driver only was injured?
Yes.
And a rear-end collision near Basin Avenue today required medics to transport one female to local medical facilities. A two-vehicle accident resulted in one elderly female being transported locally to Desert View Hospital as a result. The two vehicles ended up on the frontage road near Home Depot. The accident is said to have occurred on Highway 160 and Basin Avenue. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue transported the female. No other occupants claimed any injury at the time of the accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The community continues to mourn the loss of a beautiful life taken way too soon following a vehicle collision, the result of an alleged drunk driver.
We appreciate everyone's thought for coming out and speaking, and I hope you guys have a great night.
On September 24th, a tragic accident resulted in the death of 33-year-old Christine Weir. Weir was in her vehicle with her fiancé, Brian Schwanier, who sustained multiple injuries during the accident. On Friday night, friends, loved ones, and the community joined together to pay respect and remember Christine. Their candles shone bright in the night at the corner of Dandelion and Honeysuckle Streets, the very same intersection where the accident took place. People gathered to support the family as they mourned a woman held dear in their hearts. We spoke to Marie Bradley during the candlelight vigil, who is a friend and co-worker.
We had a very great turnout. We were shocked. We were overwhelmed with how many people showed up. It was an awesome turnout.
The two-vehicle accident occurred at 4 a.m. on Saturday, September 24th, when Brian Schwanier was taking his beloved fiancée to work at Walmart here in Pahrump. They were struck while passing Honeysuckle Street by 22-year-old Ashley Wynn. Wynn allegedly admitted to drinking whiskey just 1 hour before the accident occurred, according to Nevada Highway Patrol. Wynn was transported to Desert View Hospital, where she was subsequently arrested and booked into the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Due to the severity of the accident, Brian was flown via Mercy Air to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas. Christine was pronounced deceased on scene. Many lives were affected by the decisions made that morning, and the family encourages those who wish to drink to do so responsibly and always have a designated driver.
Just remember, if you're going to drink, get a designated driver. Do not drink and drive. We lost a really good person tonight, for this, and a great coworker. She was very friendly and outgoing, and we are going to miss her. So please, before you ever get in a car behind a wheel, do not have a drink.
Christine is survived by her family, friends, and fiancé. Brian and Christine were due to be wed on the 16th of October. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. When we return, your Desert View Hospital health tip.